Okay, hello everybody, and welcome to episode 7 of the Jets Nation podcast. I am joined, as always, by my trusty co-host, Graeme Shingleton, and joined by our Oilers correspondent, Cam Brackel, special guest. Breaks, how you doing, buddy? Good to have you back on.
Not too bad. The
Not
Oilers
too
aren't
bad.
doing very great, so it's not a great
Yeah,
sign, but
well, neither are the Jets. We're especially happy to have you on tonight after watching that atrocity that was the 5-1 Buffalo Sabres win over our Winnipeg Jets. Yeah, let's talk Oilers. How are they doing?
great
Make us
start.
feel better, please.
They aren't doing great. Um, they are sitting sixth in the wild card or fifth in the wild card race. Jets sitting behind them now.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about this team. It's you
How's
get
how's how's the goaltending been? How's Davo been? How's
horrible,
Dries been? How's
horrible.
my boy Roslovic been? Horrible?
Goalies have
Goal
been horrible, and then Stu somehow had a 26 save shutout on Saturday against Seattle, and probably bought himself another 3 weeks in the organization. Go ahead, Graeme.
Per 32 Thoughts and Kyle Bukakis and Elliot Friedman, there was a reason for Stewie Skin's 26 save shutout, and it was known CCM brand ambassador Connor McDavid turning his back on the brand that gave him so much, and he played that game with a Bauer stick for the first time in his NHL career,
Really?
and that propelled him to give his will and skill to Stewie Skin to provide them with a shutout.
Well, if that's the case, he needs to play with the Bauer stick the rest of the year.
I don't know how or why or who looks into that, but I was listening to 32 Thoughts today, and that was their deduction, is that Connor McDavid switching to a Bauer hockey stick is what propelled the Oilers to beat the Seattle Kraken.
That's fascinating.
Not 15.
What? He's
I
always
don't
used CCM. What? I wonder
know.
what the reason was before
I
that.
mean,
Did anyone interview him on that? That would have been my first question to him, was why the switch?
I don't know, but that's just what I heard.
I gotta look up some
Maybe
quotes from that game.
maybe before the Olympics, since Bauer's the jersey for or I guess it's Nike, but Bauer's like the fan jersey or something for the Olympics this year. Maybe because of that?
Could
Or is
be.
it just because
Could be.
the Oilers have not been so good? But Davo's been fine, so why would he switch? Huh. Interesting.
You know what's crazy is that Connor McDavid being fine is like bad.
Yeah.
Like, he's like fourth in the Hart right now, and that's like an off season for him. Like I think he's a point a game or better, and yet like that's
better
like
than that.
bad somehow.
Yeah. Well, I guess you could make the case that he only has 11 goals, and after his was his last year his 40-goal season, or was it
I
the
think
year
that's
before that? That was 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Is it seen as bad in Oiler Nation that Davo's not scoring as many goals this year, or is it he's just feeding Dries? Because I know Dries is what?
They don't play on
He's
the
up
same
there in
line,
goals this
and
year.
they rarely ever play together, other than power play and right after a
What,
penalty kill. They
or when
don't
they're
play
down
together.
2 and need a goal.
Not even
Yeah.
like Rostovic's been playing with Podkolzin and Draisaitl, and they've been hot. Rostovic was, I think he had like 10 goals in like 15 games or something. Like
Roslovic?
he didn't score in his first 7, and then in his next in the last 15 he had like 10 goals, and then he got
Game?
hurt. He's been out for like 2 games, I think. But
Hmm.
my thing is here might be a little bit of a bias situation here, but Nuge
Okay.
went out with an injury 9 games ago.
Okay, that was
Kind of
going to
when
be
we
my next
started like
question.
absolute shitting the bed. He came back Saturday and 2 points. He killed off a pretty much full 5-on-3, and we won. So maybe he's just the heartbeat of the team, and it's good news for me because he's my favorite player.
That was going to be my next question, is now that Nuge is back, do you see it kind of turning around? Do you see the tides turning, or is this when they finally do it?
I don't know. Like it's gonna come. Their 15-game win streak's gonna come, and they're gonna make the playoffs. And they're gonna go to the
Yeah.
cup final. But it's
Yeah, see, that's the difference between our team and yours right now is that we're used to this from the Edmonton Oilers. In the Winnipeg Jets situation, we're used to being first in the league. At least last year we were. Um, so,
well, you were first
I
in the
think
league. You were first in the league the year before at Christmas time.
right, right. So yeah, I mean,
And
we're used to having a pretty good start to the season. And so, I mean, things are looking fine in Oiler land, but in Jets land maybe not so much. How's
just need Hellebuck back.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's the problem, man. I mean, I don't know. Fuck, are we getting into it?
No,
Are
you,
we
you know,
starting now?
yes.
We can keep going on the Oilers. We can keep going on the Oilers.
Yeah,
You guys
okay.
have any more questions?
Let's do that. Let's do that for a little bit longer. I got a couple questions for our correspondent.
Okay, go ahead.
First one being also from 32 Thoughts today. Elliot Friedman has said that his sources are telling him the Oilers are willing to make a move in goaltending, although not a lateral one. So that doesn't mean bringing in someone like Stewie Skinner. It means that they've got to bring in a top goaltender, which obviously makes sense. That didn't, I wasn't really making sense in that report. But anyway, with Skinner being at a $2.6 million cap hit, I don't know how much cap room the Oilers have. What would that mean if they bring in a goalie making 5, 6, 7, 8 million? Does that mean they have to trade a player? Does that mean they have to send someone down? And if so, very long-winded question here, who is the Oilers' top targets in net?
Originally,
Benner,
I
no?
was saying UC Sar. No, apparently Benner won't waive his no move clause to come to Edmonton.
Wow.
Really?
Okay.
Apparently doesn't want to come.
Weird.
That's what I was hearing, but that could be false. The guy I wanted them to go after originally was UC Saros because Nashville was dumpster fire, and I think they're just gonna sell and rebuild. But then after hearing what Barry Trotz wanted for Ryan O'Reilly, blew my mind, and the Oilers will not give up that much for UC Saros. Did you guys ever hear what they want for Ryan O'Reilly?
I think you
so.
told
Yeah.
me.
It was an A-level prospect and a first for 35-year-old Ryan O'Reilly. So what would they want for UC Saros? 2 firsts, and an A-level prospect and a B-level prospect? Like,
Yeah,
Well,
that's
probably.
insane.
I don't know. It
They'll
depends.
never get that. They'll never
Well,
get that.
there's a lot of factors that goes into that. Like one, I don't know UC Saros' cap hit, but I mean, if he's
8.5 mil, I think.
yeah, so I mean, that's not exactly like a friendly contract for a guy that's tradable. So
But
I mean, that's
it's like
well, I
he
guess.
just
I mean,
signed that. He just signed that contract. That's when Askarov got moved.
yeah, but
He
I mean,
signed and then Askarov.
any goalie that is in trade talks, like, I mean, obviously the reason he's in that is because he's not performing as good as he can, right? So,
Yeah.
I don't know how many teams are still looking at him. I still think he's a fantastic goalie, but I don't know how many teams are looking at him and are willing to take on that contract for another 6 years at 8.5, so that could be something that drives the price down. But I mean,
For
if he
sure.
turns it around, then obviously you've got to steal with a rising cap.
Yeah.
Anyway,
The biggest name, like the most talked about name I'm hearing is Tristan Jarry. Like
Yeah.
he homes in Sherwood Park in the summers. He calls Edmonton home in the summers, and he's never okay. So last year was the only year that he's ever had a save percentage under 905. He's
Jari?
what? Yeah, he's a 3-time NHL All-Star, Stanley Cup winner. Like maybe move Pickard and try and get Stewie Jari. Like I probably wouldn't give up Stewie to get Jari. You're getting older, and like you said, it's more of a
Yeah.
lateral move, or could be a lateral move. So I don't know. Maybe you clear up some cap space with like giving them some forwards, or like we have so many forwards to give.
Yeah.
Give up a forward, give up some picks, and try and run it back with Jari and Stewie.
I mean, I just like, you can never, I mean, goaltending is such an odd phenomenon, like, other than like the top 5 goalies in the league. Like, I mean, I was looking at, I follow this account called Talkin' Hockey, which is the micro stats, which I know Breaks loves. But like, essentially the top goalie in this league right now by like save percentage, wins, is like Scott Wedgwood,
Oh,
who's
he's
like
unreal.
a 35, 36-year-old journeyman that's all of a sudden having an unbelievable season. Now, mind you, he's playing behind an unbelievable Colorado defense, but still, it's like outside of your Hellebuck, your Vasilevsky, your Ottinger, your Shesterkin, like, I mean, goaltending really, like, did they have an unbelievable season or they have like a falling out of the NHL season? Like, I mean, well, I guess Bobrovsky too. But anyway, like, there's really only like maybe 5 to 10 goalies in the league that are Vezina caliber every single year. And then every other year, there's like one guy that just absolutely comes in and turns the world on fire. So I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
Stu seemed to do that in certain scenarios. And I mean,
It
it's
seems
also
like Stu likes to play certain teams. Like he likes to play Dallas. He's outdueled Ottinger 2 years in a row. He likes to
yeah.
play Vegas. Obviously doesn't like to play to Florida.
I just think a lot of it is, I mean, well, not only media driven, like especially like the Canadian market, but like obviously for any Oilers fan, for any, I'm sure for even the guys on the team, it's probably super fucking annoying that every year they start out like crap. And then the whole narrative is, what's not working? Is it defense? Is it goalie? Is it this? But then for the past 2 years, they've been in the Stanley Cup final. And I mean, their goaltending duo has been Stuart Skinner and Calvin Pickard, right? So obviously it's kind of crazy on one hand that the biggest topic in Oilers right now is goaltending, and yet they have the same goaltenders that brought them to 2 straight Stanley Cups.
Yeah.
So
With Florida out of the picture, essentially, too.
yeah.
Bringing up,
I
like,
think
you have Dallas's number. And
Colorado's just insane this year, though.
yeah.
Are they? I'm
They're
pretty
gonna
sure
be.
still at 1 regulation loss.
That's insane.
I'm pretty sure that they lost the other night, but I'm pretty sure it was in overtime
Yeah.
to
Yeah, they're 18-1-6.
Yeah. So they've got points
Crazy.
in 24 of 25 games.
That's crazy. Yeah, they have 42 points.
Yeah, they beat the Canadiens 7-2 on Saturday. And then that's it. That was their last game. But anyways, do you guys see, because I know Biz brought it up on Chicklets, Wedgwood making Team Canada?
No.
I don't think
No.
so. Like,
Your
I think
goalies
Blackwood
are going to be Logan Thompson, Binnington, and
Logan Thompson, Binnington, and then maybe Blackwood. Is he having an unbelievable year in Colorado?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Black. Was that who he was talking about?
No, they're
Blackwood?
both
No, it was
unbelievable
Wedgwood.
teams, but they're both Canadian.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Pulling up the
Interesting.
stats. I'm just pulling up the Avalanche goalie stats.
I guess also a question for Oilers correspondent. Do you think that goaltending is your only area that you really need to upgrade on? Do you like the rest of your team? I know topic of conversation as of late has kind of been Brett Kulak, who is not having that great of a season, but
I don't mind him. Like he's fine. He's not eye popping. He's not terrible, but he would be a guy that we would have to move to make cap space. Him and like Janmark and
yeah.
like Henrique, someone like that. Just pulling up the Colorado goalie stats. So yeah, Edgewood's 13-1 with a 2.08921, and Blackwood's 5-0 with a 1.9925.
Nice.
It's like, and then even Trent Miner, Winnipeg, Manitoba boy, played on this team for World Juniors or Junior Jets. Sorry, 1 game start, 2.12909. Like,
yeah,
that game against Carolina, he fucking won the night.
Okay, well,
Crazy.
you know
Colorado's going to be a fucking wagon.
Yeah.
On that topic, we can come back if we want, but on the topic of goaltending and with our number 1 best player MVP, Vezina, Savior being out, we've got to turn this into Jets talk. And the goaltending situation, the entire team situation, after a demoralizing loss to the Buffalo Sabres tonight. One that makes me not even want to hop on here and makes me want to end the podcast. But
just a demoralizing week in general. Even though we did beat Nashville, we squeaked that one out, but just a demoralizing week in general. And this Buffalo game, just to put the cherry on fucking top, like the worst of them all. It was so bad. It was so hard to watch. And what I was going to say earlier is I don't know if it's like the boys are like deflated not having their number one guy in net, or if we just flat out suck. Like watching the game tonight, I was ready to call it quits on the season and call it quits on the team too. But I mean, there's been glimmers of hope. Like in that Carolina game, I think we did play pretty well. I think Carolina's just a really good hockey team. But if we brought that sort of effort to the game tonight, then I think we pull that one out. It just didn't seem like we really gave a shit whatsoever tonight. Like bringing it back to the goaltending, I think Milic and Comrie have both played pretty well. I think that first game against Washington that we lost, we probably end up winning that if we have Hellebuck, because there was a couple of goals that Comrie probably should, or maybe not that Comrie should have had, but that Hellebuck probably would have. And so we might pull that one out. But like, what do you think, Graeme? I think Comrie and Milic in particular really looked good last game. Not against Buffalo, but against did he play against Carolina? Or was it Washington?
Carolina. In Carolina.
It was Carolina, right? Yeah, like I thought he looked pretty good, but
I think that the goaltending has been sufficient.
it's been good
But
enough.
It also is a glaring issue with the team that without your Vezina MVP goaltender, that's going to stop those 1 to 2 bad goals a game and win us. Like this is seemingly the team that we are. And I'm going to bring it to another point because the league is changing, or has been for the last few years, and it's age and speed, which neither of those factors are on our side. And I'm going to tell you why, because I've got some advanced stats pulled up.
Oh, God. All right.
So in terms of total 20 to 22 mile an hour bursts, which means how many times a player skated 20 to 22 miles an hour on the ice, the Jets rank 31 out of 32 NHL teams.
Who's 32?
I don't know.
Okay.
In terms of 18 to 20 mile an hour bursts, the Jets rank 32 out of 32. In terms of purely 22 mile an hour bursts, we rank 26th in the NHL.
Yeah.
Now, again, I'm going to go back on my point that I had mentioned last podcast about age and speed and how there wasn't a spot for Lambert in the lineup, which is why we haven't given him a chance, which is why he's now essentially formally requesting a trade. After seeing, respectfully, Tanner Pearson and Gustav Nyquist on our second line, how do you not look at Brad Lambert or Chibrakov or Colby Barlow or anyone in the pipeline that's younger and more talented and say, we're really struggling right now. We're now 4-6 in our last 10, but from what I believe, 4-8 in our last 12, and say, you know what? Maybe let's give the young guns a try for at least a couple of games. See what happens, put them up on the second line, see what we can do, because God knows that our slow-ass hockey team with, again, respectfully, love you guys, Pearson, Gustav Nyquist, Taves, Nino, who's having a good season but is still very slow, Perfetti, who finally took the monkey off his back. Like, how do you not just try to inject a young player with speed into this lineup to try and give the guys some life, especially when right now with your number one guy out, you're looking for a spark, you're looking for offense, you're looking for something. How does that not happen?
I think if we don't see Lambert or at least one of our young guys in the lineup next game, then something is seriously wrong. Because after this game tonight, like, we're just getting skated circles around, and we need something to mix up what the hell is going on in Winnipeg Jets hockey right now. I 100% agree that I've been saying it all season, and I said that with Ehlers going out, now would finally be the time to get Lambert on that second line with Perfetti and give him 50 games, give him a full-time spot on this lineup. And we are not doing that. And no wonder he wants out, because I'm sure he sees that too, where like he probably thought that this was going to be his year, his opportunity, and we get Tanner Pearson to come in and fill his role. Like, if I'm him, I'm pissed. I'm watching these games and I'm like, I'm way better than this guy, and I can bring way more to what you just said, a slow ass team. And so, yeah, I don't know, but I don't even know if that's the answer. I think we should. I think we need something to change it up, but I don't even know if that's. We put Lambert in. I don't think he's going to be that big of a game changer where he's going to win us hockey games.
You just need something. You need a spark. And I also think, which I was very happy about, that Elias Salmonson made his debut the other night. But I think that was a pure nervous move by management to give him time, because they don't want the same thing happening. Now, after McGroarty did it, which again, I mean, I understand. I haven't really been following him in Pittsburgh. I don't know if he's on the squad or if he's on whatever.
He's been in the NHL.
Yeah, but like, I mean, you've seen it happen to McGroarty, you've seen it happen to Lambert, and with as good of a prospect as Salmonson is, like, I think that was just a pure move out of nervousness. Because, I mean, essentially, like, we've been running Shen all year, basically. Now Miller's getting some time, but, like, I feel like in any other scenario, they would have just put Shen and Miller both in the lineup and moved Miller up to that second line spot for Pionk. So, I don't know. Maybe our unbiased Oilers correspondent can shed some light on the situation.
Well, I know our Oilers correspondent's a big Lambert guy, and it's been saying for years now that Lambert was going to be better than Kyle Connor. Do you still feel that way?
I don't see him, so how am I supposed to know?
Yeah.
Don't play him.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's a great take. Yeah,
he was a top 5 projected pick coming out of like it was year before draft year, and then I heard there was a little bit of issues like with attitude and dressing room problems in his draft year, which made him drop.
Yeah,
like, you guys got him at 30, so like going from a top 5 pick to 30, like obviously that you're gonna get value there, but that was the same year that they took McGroarty at 14. I just pulled up his stats, and he got 7 points in 5 games in the AA right now. He played 8 games last year. He played 8 games last year in the NHL. Had 3 points, but he had 40 points in 60 games last year in the A. So like he's producing in the A, which I'm pretty sure Lambert is as well. So yeah, I don't know. I think a change of scenery is best for Lambert, and like send him to a young kind of retooling, rebuilding team, and then give him a chance. I don't know.
Next question. What do you think we could possibly get for him? I know that's like such a hard thing to answer because there's like no rumors. I haven't heard any rumors about potential teams interested in him. I don't know if you have, Graeme, but like,
I've just seen a bunch of discourse on Twitter, and I think, like I mentioned last podcast, I don't know how well you know the Flyers breaks, but I heard somebody say Briere might ship around Tippett. So I was gonna say Lambert plus for Owen Tippett.
Right.
I don't think they'll ship Tippett. He's one of their best players.
Yeah, he's too good.
And he's young. If he was older, I'd say yeah, but he's young enough and very good. Like maybe ship him to Vancouver, like someone like that, who's like struggling and needs to get younger. I just don't know really what you would get. Let me look at their
Kiefer Sherwood
team. Kiefer Sherwood, you'd have to trade.
I would love that. For. Have to trade Hellebuck for.
That guy's a rock star. I love that guy.
I know, he's so good. Yeah.
Maybe picks like.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Like, and we made the point last time too, like our entire identity in our team, like Connor, Scheif, Morrissey, Lowry, whatever it is, list goes on. Like that's how we build our team because it's hard to get people here. And it's just shitty that in the last 2 years or 3 years, two of our top prospects are now, one's gone, one's being allowed to talk to teams because, I mean, again, I can't really criticize Cheveldayoff because other than a couple bad, trade deadline moves here and there, like he's been the entire orchestrator of this team and the success, and only one team wins every single year. So, for our market, for how difficult it is to get players here, like we've been a good team, but it's just shitey that whether it's him or O'Neill, they just don't want to bring up young guys. And maybe that's because they think that the older experience is the way to go and that's what wins cups. But, it hasn't worked for 15 years since the Jets have been back. Our closest year was against Nashville in the Western Conference Final. But, I think it's, maybe I'm overreacting, but I think it's time that we start giving young guys looks, especially during this time when our number one guy's out and we're just looking for something to win. We're just looking for a spark. So, I don't know.
I don't think you're overreacting at all. Like I said, after this game tonight, I'm hitting the panic button already. Like it's that bad. We are just getting smoked by teams that we should be beating handily at that if we're the so-called President's Cup winning team. I know Oilers was a big loss and we have a bit of a different makeup this year, and then the Hellebuck injury obviously sucks, but this was pathetic tonight. It was hard to fucking watch.
We won the President's Trophy last year, and yeah, we lost Oilers, but 90% of our team makeup is there, and we're sitting in 6th in the Central right now.
Yeah. Pretty much the only time I get excited to watch the Jets now is when that first line is on buzzing around, and then after that, it's we're just out for a skate. There's nothing going on. Obviously, in that last game against Nashville, Nino had a couple of goals. He played better. That I think he's on the third line. That third line was pretty good. But other than that, it's pretty much just been the first line. And honestly, they weren't even that great tonight. Velarde's been the best player on the Jets throughout the past 2 weeks now. And I mean, that's awesome to see. He's been really good. But I mean, it's a couple times today where it's just 2-on-1 after 3-on-1, and it's typically our first line. I know they're gunning for offense and stuff, but where are our back checkers half the time? Again, it was 3-on-1s today, and it's just completely, we're just collapsing.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Damn it, I'm losing my train of thought now. I'm out of it. I'm pissed. I was falling asleep during that game. It was so boring.
Maybe the Buffalo Sabres are just a Monday night team. They beat the Oilers 5-1 3 weeks ago on Monday night. So
maybe. You know what? Go ahead, Graeme. Go ahead.
Before the game on 680, I was listening to Paul Edmonds. He interviewed Mark Harrington, who's a Buffalo Sabres writer. He has been for years and years and years. And Buffalo is a completely different team at home. I think he said at home they score around 4.2 goals per game and they give up 2.9. And on the road, they score 2.9 and give up 4.4. So, I mean, they are good at home. But, I mean, again, for the Sabres, who are right now sitting at, where am I here? 8th in the Atlantic, and the Jets, for who we know them, have been a prolific top Central Division team. You just can't get beat 5-1 by that team. You can't. Yeah. Again, in a tough schedule over the last couple of weeks, you look at these Nashville and Buffalo games. Nashville, we took care of business. It wasn't an amazing game, but we did it.
Barely.
And then today, that's a game that this team should win.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was going to be my one excuse for this team is that I think it's safe to say that our schedule has actually been dog shit in that, and we've said that a few times on this podcast now, we're home for like 2 games and then, just we're in Buffalo tonight, back on the road for 5 games, and then we're in Montreal tomorrow night, and it's like the schedule's also just been super wonky, not to mention that if anything became clear in last year's playoffs, we're not exactly an away team. If you wanna chalk it up to that too, like, maybe it's just that we've had a ton of away games, lately, but, like, that's no excuse, and like you said, even if we're gonna lose that game against Buffalo tonight, like, we have to at least make it a game. Like, it just wasn't even fucking close tonight, so
Yeah. That first period, we just got, like, literally blown by, dominated. It wasn't even close.
yeah.
Yeah, that game was done after 20 minutes.
Yeah, if not sooner.
So I am just looking at the trade deadline like candidates. One I'll throw out there for you is Jordan Kyrou. Would you guys want to see Kyrou as a 2C in Winnipeg?
Yeah. But I doubt that St. Louis would ever trade us in division. So
I mean, he makes
I also heard
8.125, but like he's also been a healthy scratch this year. So like maybe you give him like would you guys give up Perfetti plus for Kyrou? Like Perfetti Lambert?
I don't know.
sell the team, let's tank for McKenna.
Miserable for McKenna?
I'm
Yeah.
tired of
I
I'm
mean,
not.
Lambert and
Perfetti.
Perfetti for Kyrou. I want to say that's an overpay, but like I don't even. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is.
It's what you get back in Kyrou. Is he gonna be that guy from 2023 or 2024 scoring 30 goals a game or 30 goals a season? Or is it going to be this year's Kyrou who's miserable and isn't performing?
I don't know.
I wouldn't go quite there yet. I think like we sort of just said, I think we need to just give Lambert like an actual like full couple weeks on that second line and give him like a
Yeah,
real opportunity before we sell him.
I
And then
totally
we can
agree.
talk about maybe throwing him in for something. Like, because we have like no idea what he's even worth. Like you said, like when I'm asking you about is he going to be better than Connor and stuff, it's like, yeah, I haven't seen him. It's like, yeah, nobody has. We've given him like 14 games. Like, let's give him an actual real opportunity instead of throwing him in one every 7 games or something like that. Let's just start there.
I mean, like there's options too. Like, obviously Taves at 2C isn't working. They tried Lowry there for 1 game, like I don't know. Yeah, give Lambert a chance at 2 center. Bring up Colby Barlow. Put him at a wing. Bring up Braden Yager. Like I don't know. Let's utilize our draft picks and at least try to show something. I don't know. It's just
I saw Yager and Lambert playing on the same line with the Moose, and I saw a couple highlights of like goals that they scored, and they both look good like together.
Yeah,
I don't know if that
I don't
brings
know.
anything, but
I don't know. Like I'd say I'm hitting the panic button because we're 4-9 in our last 13. But like, I mean, I think the worst place that a team can be is not only old, but old and bad. And we're old and bad right now. Like
Yeah.
at least if we're gonna be, if like I'm not calling this season a write-off by any means. Like we're still above 500. We're 13-12. Although as crazy as it sounds with Dog in St. Louis, we're 1 point ahead of St. Louis, which sounds insane. But like, yeah, you need a spark. You need something. Hellbuck's still going to be out for a couple weeks. Like we've already lost 9 of 13. Like may as well just throw in some young guys, see what they can do for a couple of games. I don't know.
Yeah.
Closed door
Yeah.
meeting apparently tonight after the game too, per Mike McIntyre.
Really love that. Something's got to give here. Yeah, as much as it pains me to say it, and I know last time we had breaks on, he was kind of tooting Taves' horn a bit, or just saying that he was better than he thought he was going to be. Unfortunately, I don't think he's looked very good in the
Well,
past.
I
Not to
mean,
call him out, like, none of the bottom three lines have looked very good, but, like,
he
hasn't been
hasn't
great,
looked terrible.
unfortunately.
He's just not a 2C at 37 years old.
Yeah.
And we're playing him like that.
Yeah.
Update. NHL Jets coach Scott Armstrong just told me Adam Lowry initiated a closed-door players meeting tonight here in Buffalo. Arneo called his team's performance embarrassing.
Tell us
I
something
asked
we
Kyle
don't know.
Connor to summarize what was said in the closed-door meeting tonight here in Buffalo, and I quote, "Everybody's got to be a lot better. Keep it at that." End quote.
Who said that?
Connor.
You know what? I don't think as bad as the team's been playing, I think just based on our conversation, I don't think the onus is all on the players. I think we're just against Carolina, we're just genuinely a worse team, and I think a lot of it is on the coaching staff right now. And just to repeat what we just said, we need some young guys with speed in the lineup because we're just too slow. And that's what I was going to say when I was going on my rant earlier, was that if we are going to be this slow old team, then we need to play way, way smarter. Going back to the amount of 3-on-1s we let go by us today, we're just not even playing smart positional hockey where we've got defensemen pinching up on for no good reason whatsoever. If we're going to be this slow old team, then we need to slow these teams down and make them play our hockey and be more physical. And I think you saw that a bit more in the third period against Buffalo tonight, but it was just too little too late. It was already a 4-1 game. And so I don't know, play smarter, not harder, I guess, if we're going to be this slow old team is sort of my thing. That's the whole Jets MO, right? Is we made Lowry the captain to kind of show that we're this big physical team. And other than really Logan Stanley and Adam Lowry, that's been the only two guys, and Morgan Barron, been really the only two guys I think laying the body pretty consistently.
I mean,
so,
Lowry can't be chopping heads off with his elbows. Not Lowry, sorry, Stanley. He almost chopped Benson's head off.
He almost killed Benson tonight. Yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah,
but fuck,
damn,
he was our second best player tonight. At least he was doing something, trying to spark our team a little bit. It's not his fault he's 6'7" feet tall and he elbows Benson to the head. I mean, yeah, I don't know. You want to look at one bright spot from this season, Logan Stanley has been awesome. He has been fantastic.
Let's hold on. Let's temper expectations a little. I wouldn't say awesome. He's been
no. Him 1-for-1.
He is awesome.
Yeah,
he's been fantastic.
He's been not Logan Stanley this season.
I think we could do a 1-for-1 Kyrou Stanley.
You gotta No.
That's almost as bad of a take as Graeme saying Bedard and Celebrini are only going to make 10 mil.
No, they're not going to get more
12
than
and a half. 12 and
I'm
a half.
standing on that. I'm staying true to that.
Okay, I'll make you a deal. If they get closer to 12 and a half, my number's 12 and a half, your number's 10 and a half. Whatever number they're closer to.
My number's 11. I said that they're going to get around 11. Sorry. I said they're not going to get more than 11.
Okay, I'm saying 12 and a half.
You said?
Your number's 10 and a half, right? You said between 10 and 11. We can pull up the clip from the pod. You said between 10 and 11. Did you revoke
that? You revoked that the next pod, though, no? You took that back, right?
I don't think I revoked it.
Because I roasted him.
I don't think I took it back.
Let's make a deal here.
I think I might be in trouble, but I don't think I took it back.
Let's make a deal here. Your number's 10 and a half, my number's 12 and a half. Whatever number they sign closer to, the other person has to burn. You either have to burn something Jets thing, or I have to burn something Oilers thing.
No.
Like a hat or a shirt.
No.
Graeme, just take it back, bro. Take it back. I can see them getting more than 12 at this point.
No. 12 and a half. Celebrini will get more than Bedard, but 12.5.
You don't think Celebrini gets like 14?
I don't think he takes 14. I think he runs with 12 and a
Yeah,
half,
that's probably
13.
true. Yeah, that's
How
probably
do
And
you
he's like,
pay them more than McDavid?
you can't compare anyone to McDavid's contract. That's literally like going to buy a brand new truck for $20,000. Like it just doesn't happen. Like
yeah.
Connor McDavid signs for $5 million, $10 million under market value.
Maybe you should take that bet. Maybe you should, because maybe like Celebrini and Bedard. I could see Celebrini doing. For some reason, I see Bedard being selfish and taking the money, just because it's like how much he has to deal with the media and stuff like that. But like Celebrini taking 10 to like be a cup contending team.
I mean,
Now that I think about it, it's not that out of the realm.
I feel like if Celebrini would take more because California taxes are insanity.
Fair.
So I could see that, but I don't know. Yeah,
I thought state tax didn't have anything to do with contracts.
Yeah.
Not that either of you guys have said that, but
So tired of hearing about
but
that.
Bettman did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, wait, I got one more question for our Oilers correspondent.
Shoot it.
It's kind of a hypothetical.
Okay.
Taking ages into current account, and let's say that you can get both Celebrini and Bedard. Would you rather have McDavid and Draisaitl for the next 10 years or Celebrini and Bedard for the next 10 years? Taking current ages into
McDavid
account.
and Draisaitl. But we talked about this on Friday. Anton wasn't there. Draisaitl for Celebrini straight up. Are you taking that? Who says no?
What do you mean? Like
says no in a
from
trade?
Edmonton's perspective?
Draisaitl for Celebrini.
From
Which team
whoever.
says no?
Do you think San Jose says no or Oilers say no, or do you think that either one makes that trade?
I think they just both say no. I don't think that's advantageous for either of them. Like,
as an Oilers fan, I would take Celebrini over Draisaitl.
I mean, I probably would too. Well, but like Oilers are trying to win now, and like Celebrini's like
Celebrini's
young.
second in the league in points. He's
That
better
is true.
defensively. He's
But
younger.
Draisaitl also has way more experience than Celebrini does.
Yeah, but that's where his age comes in. That's where I still think Draisaitl is a top 4 player in the world. Like,
Yeah.
It's McDavid and McKinnon. Like right now, McKinnon's the best player in the world. But at any given point, McDavid could take over and score 20 points in 5 games.
I don't think either of those teams take that.
No.
No. I think you're dumb if you're Edmonton and you take that, and I think you're dumb if you're San Jose and you take that.
I think San Jose's dumb if they take it because they're young and they're a couple years away. So why would you trade for a 28-year-old or 28-year-old? I don't know. Something we were talking about on Friday.
While we have you on the pod, I mean, we sort of did like our Olympic projected lineup. Who do you got?
Okay. Reinhart, Marner, McDavid.
Can we hold this for 15 seconds? I gotta go take a pee, but I don't want to miss this. Can we hold this for 15 seconds?
Sure.
Just talk about the Jets in a good way.
No. Let's bring up Bouchard. How's he been?
That guy.
Does he make your Olympic roster?
No. No. No, he's not consistent enough. And like if the Team Canada had a spot on the power play, like if you needed an offensive guy to be on their power play, then bring him. But you have Phil McCarr.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't see a world where he's in it. But
and then you have Josh Morrissey on the second.
They are tough on D. Yeah, like you have Taves and Morrissey on the second unit. They always usually put 2D on the second unit.
Well, wasn't it? I don't think it was Taves, but was it Parayko? They had him on the left side taking one-timers, I think, because he has an absolute bomb of a slap shot, right?
Yeah.
Pickle, what do you think of this take? Because I said this on the last pod. I've got Morrissey at my 3 for best defenseman in the league. What do you think of that? He's not better than Doughty, right?
Just kidding. He's way better.
Just kidding. Little inside joke.
We said McCarr, Hughes, and then it's either Renski, Heiskanen, J-Mo.
I'll take a step back on this. Ooh, forgot about
McAvoy?
him.
No.
I'll
Not
take a
top
step back and say Werenski's 3. I think he is better than Morrissey, but I do have Morrissey at my 4 then. I'll move him
I would
down
have
a spot.
Morrissey around
but
5 or 6, but
so
I don't know.
you got McAvoy at your 4?
I'd probably put Werenski. I don't like. Are you basing this on like this year? Are you
Everything.
basing it on age? Are you basing
last
it on
5
like because
Just
you
like everything. Just like best
last 3
defenseman
years.
in the league.
Last 3 years.
like Jamel's just a consistent, good, solid hockey player. Like there's not a lot of flaws in his game. Like
Yeah,
he's
correct.
he's not making those Kel McCarr, Quinn Hughes type offensive plays, but he's making plays that count. Like he I'm not saying he's not making offensive plays, but I'm saying he's not making
Yeah.
those superstar like toe drag, like
Well,
end to end rushes.
Really only Hughes and McCarr can do that, though.
Yeah,
I mean, Bouchard does it. Just Bouchard doesn't have a defensive game, but like
yeah,
JMO
but
is a
Bouchard doesn't
very,
really
very
have the
well rounded.
Bouchard also doesn't really have the boots that like
He's
Hughes,
pretty quick.
McCarr, and Morrissey do. I
He's
was
pretty
looking at
quick.
Morrissey tonight, and like that was my one clip was from tonight where he like
I saw
made a
that.
toe drag at the goal line tonight, and then his move on the one goal that we had tonight, he almost broke Norris's ankles, I think it was. Like, if you want to talk about moves at the blue line, that was pretty cool. I do think it looks a lot different. Yeah, exactly. A lot different than like McCarr and Hughes. I think they do it better than Morrissey, but he definitely does have that. And I know that's not what you were trying to say, but
No, I just think Morrissey's just a very well rounded defenseman, and there's not a lot of
yeah, that
flaws
was
in his
sort of my
game.
point was just on both ends of the ice, he doesn't really make a whole lot of mistakes ever.
Yeah,
Like if there's
I
one
agree.
guy we can rely on night in and night out, it's him. And
Yeah,
mostly
and
Hellebuyck too, I guess.
and Hellebuyck regular season
Hellebuyck
or
regular season.
playoffs at home.
Or playoffs at home.
Okay.
But sorry, hold on. Who is your 4 then if you have Morrissey at 5? Was it McAvoy?
I have Werenski, McAvoy, and then
Yeah,
probably
see, but
Jamal.
McAvoy is very locked down, but he doesn't produce as much offensively. That's the same thing as like Heiskanen. Like
Yeah,
a great defenseman, but he doesn't produce as much as Josh Morrissey does. And like
yeah.
I think McAvoy and Slavin are the 2 best defensive defensemen in the league, and that's not even a question. But like if you want to talk about an all-around game, I think Morrissey is better. But anyways, let's bring it back. Projected lineup: 4 Nations, Cam Brackel,
I'll
Oilers.
count them out for you. I'll count them out.
Reinhardt, McDavid, Marner.
Yeah.
Crosby, McKinnon, Point, Hagel, Jarvis, Celebrini.
Okay.
That's top 9. Scheif.
Did he just say Scheif?
I think he did.
Scheif, Bennett, and Marchand, I think. Like you could throw Jarvis down in that third line with like Bennett and Marchand and put Scheif with like Hagel and Celebrini. Like you have like top 3 lines are just like offensive juggernauts, and then that last line is just like that meathead style grinder line. But
like it.
They're also physical. I think Bedard comes as a spare. Like I don't think he plays, but I think he comes as a
Really?
guy. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll give you 5 names as to who could either slot in or be the 13th forward. You got Bedard, you've got Suzuki, you've got Tom Wilson, you've got Mark Stone, who's now back from injury.
You don't think he'll make it? He's back?
Yeah.
He played, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Sorry, not to interrupt you.
I think that throws a wrench. And then, I mean, I guess probably not this season. Oh, I was gonna say
if you're gonna say fifth, I'd say Robert Thomas is up there.
Yeah, I was gonna say one of Robert Thomas or Cirelli.
Cirelli's not even in that too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think if they brought 2, it would be Suzuki, Bedard.
That's fair.
But I think they got to bring Bedard. He's that next wave. Like when that
But I mean,
Crosby's gonna age out. Marchand's gonna be old.
2032 Olympics.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you bring him for experience.
I just think like you look back to last year and like he was supposed to be that extra spot, and then they took Jarvis. And so if you're looking back at last year, I think that just like dampens his, I guess, expectation of making it this year. Like then you leave Cirelli out of the lineup this year too. Like, I don't know. I just have a feeling that they're gonna almost run it back with the same team, and then swap out Konechny for Celebrini or something like that.
I don't see Stone coming. He's too slow.
He was good last year, though.
He was fine last year, but he also wasn't injured before.
He gets injured every year, though. He goes on LTL
usually around the trade deadline, though.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't see Stone coming back. I don't see Konechny coming back.
Yeah, I think Konechny's like the one that's locked in that. I don't think he's on anyone's projected lineup for the Olympics, which is too bad because he's a good player. But like,
isn't that insane to think though? Like, I mean, and I've got Scheif in my lineup. I'm sure other people have different, but it's like that means that one of Bedard, Cirelli, Stone, Suzuki, Robert Thomas, like 4 of those guys are not going to be on Team Canada.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Wish they could take 20, but unfortunately they can't. What's your D looking like? Do you see Schaefer making the D lineup breaks or? Yeah, he'll be that extra guy for sure.
Like Makar, Taves, Brackel, Morrissey, Harley, and Theodore probably.
No Taves.
I said Taves.
He said
Taves, Makar, Brackel, Morrissey, Theodore, Harley, and then Schaefer.
What about Chychrun?
No. I have him in my notes here, though. He's been on a tear lately.
7 goals in his last 10 games.
Yeah.
He could fight for a spot for sure.
Who are you missing? Who made it last year? Who was the 7th guy? Oh, yeah, I don't think he makes it this year either.
I bet you they put him on. Really? I bet you he gets 7th D.
Really?
Yeah.
Over Schaefer. Wow. I think that'd be crazy. As much as I love Doughty, I think his time has passed, unfortunately. I don't think he was very good last year.
I agree. I think it's just a Team Canada thing.
Yeah. And then Thompson, Binnington. Who was your third?
Blackwood.
And someone. Blackwood.
Or, Montembeau's not having a great year, but yeah, Thompson, Binnington, Blackwood, Wedgwood, Montembeau.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Stewie?
Stewie Skin? Calvin Pickard?
Stewie Skin.
I don't think that third goalie really matters. Benner's a big game goalie. He's going to get game 1. If he shits the bed, they'll go to Logan Thompson.
Yeah.
Logan Thompson's been arguably the best goalie in the last 2 years combined.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, Hellebuyck had an outrageous season last year, but, like, Thompson was really, really good last year. I think he was the 2nd best goalie in the league last year, and he's been unbelievable this year.
As if he didn't make it last year, too. Like, not only not getting that 3rd goalie spot, but not making the team at all. I know they wanted to take Montembeau because he was on Montreal, and they wanted, like, one Montreal player, but, like, I can't believe he wasn't the starter last year. That still blows my mind.
It was all politics, apparently.
Yeah.
It was DeBoer and Bruce Cassidy didn't like him in Vegas. And
I thought it was something about, like, he said no to the World Championships or something.
DeBoer and Bruce Cassidy both didn't like his attitude and his, like, I don't know, like, presence in Vegas. And, they just didn't even invite him to camp, I don't think.
Weird.
Interesting.
I guess there wasn't really a camp. But, yeah.
I didn't have enough time to do research today, but was there anything that we wanted to talk about league related? I know we sort of touched on Colorado for a bit. Seems like Tampa's making a real push lately. They're kind of coming up in the standings. I don't know. Was there any big news? I don't think there was a whole lot coming out of the NHL this week, no?
Palmieri with the assist of the year off a
Yeah.
Tony.
That was pretty cool.
Was pretty sick.
That was crazy.
And like you had mentioned, Tampa Bay being Tampa Bay with a decor consisting of JJ Moser, Darren Radish, Charles Edward Dastus, Emil Lilleberg, Declan Carlisle, and Steve Santini.
I've only heard of Radish. I've only heard of one player on that decor. That's crazy. Where's
Yeah.
Hedman?
Injured.
Holy shit. Good for them, man. I mean,
Yeah.
the Atlantic is just crazy right now. Tampa, Boston in second, and then Montreal third. Nobody would have predicted that to start the season.
I think Boston's going to regress to the mean. I mean, I think Geeky's going to have an awesome season, but like, I mean, they should not be where they are. I think they're going to regress.
I think
what did they?
my favorite storyline of the NHL is that the Toronto Maple Leafs are the last in the Atlantic and the last place in the East.
That's the one thing, like, keeping a smile on my face throughout
Exactly.
the start of the season is that Toronto is doing so bad. And honestly, that Edmonton's like tied with us right now makes me pretty happy, even though I know they're gonna just come out of the abyss come November or December or this month, whenever it's gonna start. It's imminent.
It's a matter
imminent.
of time.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, I brought this up last time, but do you see like Toronto or St. Louis making a push for the playoffs? Like, do you see them coming back out of the hole that they're in?
No.
I don't see it.
No.
Like, Toronto might squeak into the playoffs, but I don't see it.
Yeah, they're missing Marnie big time.
Like, if I was to put my money on something, I would say they'd miss over making it, but I wouldn't be surprised if Toronto squeaks in, but I don't see Seattle or St. Louis doing much.
What do you see the Pacific looking like? Do you think Anaheim's going to make the playoffs this year?
100%.
Do you think you'll play LA in the first round?
Hopefully not.
Why? Why?
Well,
that's good for you, man.
Well, they can't beat us in the playoffs, but I just want to see something new.
I hope they do. Oh my God.
I just want to see something new. Like,
yeah.
I think there's 4 teams from the Pacific that make the playoffs: Anaheim, LA, Vegas, and then
Seattle now.
Colorado, Dallas, Minnesota, Winnipeg. I think is the.
Thank you. That's nice.
Maybe
that's
Utah.
a big poll for us tonight. That's a big poll.
Maybe Utah, but like I still think when it comes down to it, when Hellebuck gets back, like the Jets could go on a little run and string together some games. So
thank you. Okay. So what you want Anaheim or Vegas then in the first round?
I'd love Anaheim in the first round. Just
I don't know if I would, man.
Experience.
They're humming along right now, but yeah,
I know they're humming along. But something I saw last night was Anaheim scoring 2 goals in the first minute of the game against Chicago, and then Chicago coming back and winning. Bedard scored the empty netter, and he was just mouthing off to the Anaheim bench.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I love that. Yeah.
Was that? And then he went at McTavish or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
After the game, he said they're buddies. So I don't know if it was like heat of the moment or what. So
probably because they played World Juniors together, right? So
yeah,
I think they're just supposed to be friends. But interesting. Okay. Well, does anyone have anything else that they'd like to add for league talk, or does that kind of cover it?
I think that.
I got one more thing.
Okay.
You guys want to look ahead at the games for this week for both teams?
There's
a big matchup. There's a big matchup on Saturday.
Right.
What I was gonna say.
Oilers Jets 9:00 Central. That I think we might all have to be watching together. And
no.
So to end out the week for the Jets, we have Canadians on Wednesday, rematch of the Sabres at home, and then Oilers on the road. Anton, what's your prediction?
Montreal, I think we lose. I hope we win on Friday. I really hope we win on Friday. So I'll say 1-1. I think we beat Edmonton 2-1.
1-2. I'm thinking you guys lose in Montreal. Absolutely shit kick Buffalo on Friday. And then obviously you guys are going to lose in Edmonton on Saturday.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go 2-1. I'll be Mr. Optimist. I think we beat you guys, but it definitely hurts that we don't have Hellebuck because I know Hellebuck kind of has your guys' number a bit. But Graeme, what about you?
I am going to be super ultra optimistic.
Graeme, not again, man. Not again.
And if we suck again, I'm going to start predicting the opposite. I am going to say a players-only meeting tonight propels us to a 3-0 finish to the week.
Love it. Love
That's my prediction. Okay.
Love it, but I also hate it considering you said we'd go 4-0 and we went 1-3. We were both wrong. But
so this is my last time projecting hope. And then after that, I'm going to start predicting losses and hope they turn into wins.
But again, we're back home for Buffalo on Friday, and then we go back on the road in Edmonton on Saturday.
I know, it's so weird.
And then we're back in Winnipeg on Tuesday.
Then you guys got a 4-game stretch. Dallas, Boston,
4-game. Yeah.
Washington.
Finally.
Okay, well, Oilers finish out the...
what's the Oilers schedule? Yeah.
Tuesday.
Go ahead, Breaks.
Yeah, Wild at home Tuesday. Seattle at home Thursday, and then the Jets at home Saturday.
Probably.
I'm gonna go 2-1.
I'll go 2-1 as well. I think you lose to the Jets. 2-1. Graeme?
2-1.
Okay.
I got 2-1 as well, but I got us losing to Minnesota. Wallstead is a wall right now.
Yeah, how are you feeling about that, man? Maybe that's who you should make a trade for right now.
Do you know who had that pick?
Oh, I know who had that pick. I know who had that pick.
So we moved down 2 spots to take. Was it Xavier Bergeau?
What draft?
Xavier.
Some bum who played like 5 games, right? That was the one positive coming out of our 3-0 shutout loss to Minnesota was that could have been your guy.
2021 draft. Yeah, we traded it down 2 spot. Yeah, we took Xavier Bergeau at 22. They took Wallstead at 20.
Damn.
Yeah, that's tough. When like all the comments on that post too were like, take this goalie and whatever. Like all the fans were like begging you to just take Wallstead there.
Yeah.
And then they went ahead and made that trade anyways. Oh, that's too funny. That sucks.
That wasn't great.
Yeah. Huh? Who knows?
But that
Skin might be your guy.
Jets took Chaz Lucius at 18 though. So you guys didn't have a much better pick.
Well, don't say that, man.
I know. But like shitty situation, but yeah. I mean that draft wasn't great in the first round.
But that wasn't like a stupid pick on our part, whereas like that was just pure stupidity from the Oilers.
Oh no,
like, Chaz Lucius could have been something, whereas like you guys needed a goalie, so you should have just
100%.
But yeah. Cool. Okay. Did you guys watch the football this weekend? How about those Steelers?
This is my time to leave.
Yeah, I don't think.
Fire Mike Tomlin. I want John Gruden coaching the Steelers.
Hell yeah.
John Gruden, Will Howard. Put it in my blood.
Respect.
Better than my Vikes.
Oh,
holy hell, that was a shit kicking. Jesus Christ. That was brutal to watch.
I can't watch the Vikings.
It's just hard to watch, man. Give Jefferson the ball, man. Like, it's just, yeah.
Although, I did need Drake May to put up 30 points in fantasy this night for me to win my week.
He's probably close.
Not in like the league we're in together, but I'm a different one. He put up 24.5. So
are you gonna beat Avery?
I lost Avery.
Oh damn!
Nice.
Yeah, Sorry, Breaks. Great. He had 67 yards.
Boswell lets you down. Goddard lets you down. Ramsey lets you down.
And I literally took Marvin Harrison off the IR to play him, and I forgot to play him over Goddard.
Damn.
That's too bad.
Huh.
I mean, as the possessor of your first round pick, I love that, but that sucks, man. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna beat Graeme next week, and
I hope not.
You probably are.
Probably.
but it's looking like you might have like 3 first rounders in a row. Like you should have yours, Drake's, and then mine right in a row.
Hopefully.
Should be 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. If I could take back that trade with you, though, Genty and May for your first and I don't know, a second, and a 2027 first,
yeah.
I would take that back in a heartbeat. Though that 27 could be good if Washington stays as shitty as they are, because that's pretty much Carson's team was Daniels and McLaurin. I feel like last year.
Saquon is horrible.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's got a good team though. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, they just kind of underperformed this year. But I don't know. Just seeing Drake May light up every team. Is he going to be MVP this year? Or is it Stafford?
It'll be Stafford. Stafford and May will be. Stafford, May, and Jonathan Taylor will probably be three candidates. Yeah.
Cool.
May is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough loss, but whatever. At least I have Caleb Williams, who might be the Bears' year.
First in the NFC.
Might be the Bears' year. I don't know. They're hot. Maybe. We'll see.
Hopefully not, because that's my brother's team.
It's the Bears?
Yeah, he's a Bears fan, and we were texting back and forth last week when the Steelers played the Bears, but he got the better end of it this year. So
yeah,
Steelers
cool.
suck.
Okay. Yeah. Is there anything else on like whatever you want to talk about?
Not really.
Yeah. I got one thing for Graeme, but because I know Breaks doesn't really watch movies or TV shows, I just wanted to talk Stranger Things a little bit with Graeme for the last 5 minutes of the pod here. But no, you do not give a shit about that. Do you know what Stranger Things is, Breaks?
Not a clue. Okay, let's play a little game here. Let's play a little game here. You guys name like classic movies that I should have seen, but I probably haven't. Like name like top movies.
You could name like anything. Literally anything that's not an Adam Sandler production. Brackel has not seen it.
Or Will Ferrell.
Try it like Shawshank Redemption.
No.
Ever heard of it?
No.
the Godfather.
I've heard rumblings about it, but I've never. I don't know what it's about.
I've heard rumblings around the league about it. There's been rumors. The streets are talking about it, but
Rocky Balboa.
Yeah,
I've seen that.
Okay. All right. Fight Club. Never heard of it.
No.
Goodwill Hunting.
Barbie.
No, I've never seen it.
No,
Goodwill Hunting. I have no clue what Goodwill Hunting is. No.
I don't even. The Dark Knight.
That's a Batman movie, right?
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
I've never seen it though. I don't know. I might have. I went to one Batman movie with Graeme, and I pulled out my phone like 3 minutes in, and he gave me the death stare. And I'm like, oh.
I think that was the Batman. I think it was Robert Pattinson's 4 years ago. So I don't think so.
Yeah, it was a few years ago.
Yeah,
that's the only Marvel, DC. I don't know. That's the only movie I've seen.
That was going to be my last 3. I'll do the 3 highest grossing movies of all time. So Avatar.
No.
Avengers Endgame.
No.
That breaks my heart. Titanic.
No. I've never seen all of them.
Okay.
Tough.
Well,
sorry. My ADHD, I can't sit through a movie.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But
what's your?
I'm gonna. Oh, go ahead.
I'll just for our viewers here. What's your top 3 movies or shows?
Happy Gilmore, Step Brothers.
Happy Gilmore too.
No. I have seen it 4 times, but no.
Billy Madison.
I'm trying to think between Billy Madison and Talladega Nights.
I go Talladega. Both good movies.
Give me top 5. Give me top 5. I'm going Talladega Nights, Billy Madison, and Coach Carter.
That's not bad.
Okay. Good pull. Yeah, it's a good movie. What about shows? You ever watched any TV shows?
No. I watched Outer Banks, And that was like the big thing. And then season 2 I never watched. So
Yeah, that was good for you. That's probably not worth any of our time, but for some reason I still watch that show.
Yeah, I watched the first season when it came out. That was about it.
Cool. Okay, well, I'm gonna
Okay.
talk Stranger Things because it's like probably the most watched show of like all time. So talk with Graeme about that.
I'm
You
gonna
should
sign
watch
off.
it, but sign off.
Okay.
I'll talk to Graeme about that. Thank you so much for joining
Yep,
us.
for sure.
Appreciate it,
Thanks,
man.
bro.
Here's to
I'll
a
see
good
you guys
Oilers
later.
week. Here's to a 2-1 Oilers week.
Here's to a good Saturday dub. Oh, maybe I'll watch with Graeme, and one of us might not come out of the room alive.
No.
Okay. Well,
Love
we'll
it.
talk to you guys later.
Okay, see you, buddy.
Okay, bye.
All right. Gee, I know you were texting me after you watched it on Sunday. How was it? You liked it?
Yes.
I think we can go full on spoilers. I think spoiler talk. Maybe we'll start off without spoilers. Move into it, but yeah. What did you think?
I mean, I try to not be like movie, TV show criticky, like pick apart nitpicky things.
Yeah.
Although there is two main things that I'll say that I don't like. One is some of the dialogue is just like, how did it make it to final production? Like the whole gag about Robin with the whole I like Dick, and that whole thing is just very odd.
That was a little much. Yeah.
And then also there's the scene with Dustin in the cemetery where he gets beat up, where the bully comes up from behind the tree and he goes, "Hiya."
Yeah. To come to the show's defense, I think like it's obviously like very like 80s and 90s inspired.
Yeah.
So it's sort of trying to be like Goonies type humor sometimes, but I
Yes.
also think like it could kind of like do a little bit less without it. I'd say like the like Steve and Jonathan relationship too, the fact that they had to like everyone knows that that's like a love triangle type thing, and I don't really think they needed to like
Do it again.
formally address it or like like make it like so obvious to the viewers that like that's what's happening. Like with the scene where they're like climbing up the post and whatever, is like that was kind of stupid.
I'm also not a huge fan of Steve's character. Like him and Dustin. No, sorry. I'll say that. I'm a huge fan of Steve, but I'm like this season, it's like he's kind of like him and Dustin, them going back to them like arguing and like that whole sort of thing.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's necessary. I also don't think that them letting us believe that Hoppers died for the 17th time is also necessary.
That drove me crazy too. Yeah,
that
drove me crazy.
Sorry, I literally just started this off by saying not nitpicking, but I'm going to nitpick. But them bringing back Collie was necessary. I also think
you didn't.
I don't think that it needed to happen. I also don't like that 11 is just like a side character essentially to start off the 4 episodes. Like I understand like they're building towards the final 4, so I'm sure it'll get more involved. But like all kind of nitpicky things. But again, I watch shows for one, like as cliche as it is, the like emotion or the feeling. And like obviously big spoiler, but like the end of episode 4, that whole scene where Vecna comes through, his new look, him just absolutely rinsing everybody, basically just aura farming, and then telling Will and a little like he's weak, was hilarious. But then the end of that, like that whole final scene with Will or Noah Schnaps, whatever you want to call it, like that was incredible. Like that was like a holy shit, let's go type of moment. That like so well done. Well done.
Yeah, I think like that scene was awesome. I think that's like the thing. My thing with Stranger Things is that like I rated it like a 4 out of 5 stars, and I think it's like because the highs are like so high, but the lows are also quite low. Like again with some of our complaints and stuff, like there's parts of the show where it's like not almost unbearable, but like pretty bad. But
Yeah.
like that scene with Will, and then like the running up that hill scene in season 4 where like Max like is floating up and stuff, like that's one of the greatest scenes in like television history that I've
Yeah.
ever seen. I love that scene. I do think I have that scene still above this one, but like what a great story for Will and stuff.
Agreed.
Like
I think
the
his
build up
character
to that was
is awesome.
incredible. And
Yeah.
that's the best thing about this show is the character development and how much they care about each of these characters. Like I'm invested in pretty much every single one of their stories, even if
Yeah.
it is like a pretty bad Russia subplot. Like I still like Hopper, even if they tease that he's gonna die for like the millionth time. Like
Yeah.
I still care about his character a lot. And so yeah, I don't know. I think like even with like I kind of like them bringing back 8 and making that like a full circle moment, because that was one thing that like a lot of, I guess, Twitter haters were like hating on, was that like saying the show's stupid and stuff because that character was never going to come back. So like kind of proving them wrong in that way and bringing her back, I think is kind of cool.
I guess.
I think, what was your point before that though? I mean, you said the Hopper thing. Elle being a side character, I also don't really like as well. But I also think that the Duffer brothers are just in a tough spot, because
Yeah.
if they put Elle as the main character, then the story would be over pretty quickly. Because she's
Yeah.
just like, Vecna's never actually beaten her before. So I don't know. That's a good point that I just brought up, that like I don't know, as much as the stakes like feel so high, it's like 11 is also just like so overpowered and stuff, where
Yeah.
like I don't know. Yeah, I'm super excited for the next few episodes though. It sucks that we
Me
have to
too.
wait like a month for them.
On
But
Christmas too. It's hilarious.
yeah, like I don't know why Netflix is so opposed to just doing a weekly episode release schedule, because the
Yeah.
hype would just be so, it would just build up over time, and then like people like me who work for these media companies wouldn't spoil stuff for people too early, because everyone would just be watching at the same time, and so
Yeah.
I wouldn't get in trouble and people wouldn't be pissed off at me posting stuff too early and shit like that. So I don't know, but it'll also be like, at least they're releasing the finale in theaters. I think that'll be pretty
That's
exciting. Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm going to go, because there's a World Juniors game and a Jets game on New Year's Eve. So I might just have to have 3 screens going
Is that
that
when they're
night.
releasing the final episode?
Yeah. Like, and what a shitty release. Like, it makes sense, because I guess like people are going to have time off for like, there's American Thanksgiving and then Christmas and then New Year's. And so like people are going to have family plans and parties and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and not have time. So again, for like the spoiler aspect of it, it's like it's impossible to know when it's a good time to like post stuff, when like everyone's watching it at different times.
Yeah.
It makes sense from, I guess, a marketing perspective, because again, like people are going to have their time off to watch that stuff and whatever. But like, I don't know. I'm glad you liked it though, man. That's awesome. I'm glad you're all caught up, because I know I was pretty hyped up for it, and then you said, "Oh, I don't know if I'm all caught up," and then no, I am caught up. I didn't realize it's only up to season 4 or whatever. But yeah. No, I'm excited for the next little bit. So
Me too.
fuck. You brought up another good point though, but whatever. Save it for next week's pod. Maybe I'll save something. I think, holy shit, we're at an hour and 30 clicks now. So yeah, I will let you go. Thank you so much, man. It's been a pleasure. Episode 7 in the books. Here's to a better next week. And here's to our
100%.
predictions being right.
Hope and pray.
Okay. Deuces, man. Talk next week.
Talk to you.
Adios.